Hello, it's day 3 on the Dongan tribe. Day 3 was a big day. I think today was the day that everyone decided, alright, I've done enough casual socializing, I want to solidify all these relationships and turn them into a majority alliance. As such, I'm now in a lot of them. So many, in fact, that I'm having to make spreadsheets and Venn diagrams to keep track of them, which is something I like to do usually, but this is actually just to figure out who I'm aligned with and how many times and what I can tell them about. So, yeah, there was a bit of a core 5 people kind of gravitating toward each other in the first few days, and that was myself and Jen, who is a close ally of mine, and then Daniel, Cody, and Candace. So we kind of, as a group, decided this is a good 5, and we just need to look for a couple extras to tack on, but we can be like the core of this alliance. So we put that together, and then following that, Dom approached a lot of people and said, I feel good about these people, and do we want to put a group together? And I said, yeah, that's fine. I mean, it's in my nature to never say no to an alliance, so I got put into that one as well. That's the Geezers, and that's myself, Jen, Daniel, Cody, Michelle, and Dom. Left out of that from the Skype crew, which is myself, Jen, Daniel, Cody, and Candace, was Candace. And so I was talking to Jen and saying, do we want to try and get her in here as well, just so that, this could be our majority alliance and then the core 5 within this. And she agreed, and so we just we didn't want to be the ones to bring it up. I think we're both trying to get other people to bring up ideas rather than pushing for people ourselves, so that we don't give away how close we are to anyone. So we kind of said to Cody, who's in that Skype crew alliance as well, do you want to see if we can get her in? So myself and Jen both asked him separately, and he kind of said no, which is worrying to me. I was under the impression that someone told me that Daniel, Cody, and Candace knew each other coming into this game, and so me and Jen were kind of considering that, and do we want to align with them if we know that we're on the outs, if those 3 are a trio. I'm not sure if they're trying to throw us off, but they aren't acting, at least to me and Jen, like they have each other's backs. So I really don't know what's going on with them. But the fact that Cody didn't say, oh, maybe not, or just the fact that Cody didn't want to get Candace into that alliance really threw me and Jen. So we're kind of a little bit iffy on Cody at the moment. And I think Daniel has told me as well that he thinks that the way that Cody acts towards people, though it is very nice and it could very well just be that he's a great person, it seems a little bit calculating, which is a vibe I kind of get as well. I also kind of get that vibe from Daniel himself, and I know that that's my strategy. Like, obviously I do really like these people, but I'm kind of socially awkward a little bit, so I wouldn't be initiating as many conversations, obviously, if it didn't have some kind of strategic benefit to me. So there's kind of suspicion amongst that group. And then, just when me and Jen are saying to each other, oh god, we've got like the Robbed Goddess Alliance with Michelle as well, of, that's the returnees, me, Michelle, and Jen. We've got these 3 alliances now, and we're aligned with all but like 4 people on our tribe, and we're trying to figure out like who we can talk to about what and who is tight with each other. Just when we're saying, I can't handle this right now, Sean comes to both me and Jen, and poor Sean, he's not in any of these other alliances, and he's very anxious to start playing the game, and he's very open about that. So he said to each of us, I think a lot of people are here just to make friends, and this isn't summer camp, and I'm ready to start playing the game. He said to Jen, I have a group of people who are ready to start playing the game, and we think you are as well, like we're some kind of secret spy agency. I don't know, me and Jen have nicknamed him the Godfather, because that's the vibe that we're really getting from him, but he put together a majority alliance as well, so that's, again, myself, Jen and Daniel, Sean, and Candace as well. So now there's an alliance where Cody's in but Candace is not, there's an alliance where Candace is in but Cody's not, now Dom's on Exile Island, and we don't have him for the challenge, but they get to sit someone out. We're sitting out one of our best competitors, and they get to sit out one of their weakest. We don't know if 10% advantage is going to make any difference in this challenge. It's been a big day. Look, I'll show you my spreadsheet. You have a look at this shit. It's intense. I have to have a page for each person to figure out what they think of everybody else. Where is it? It's it was a big day. It's so much for my wee head, but now that me and Jen and Daniel went on call, because we're like the common denominators throughout 3 of these 4 alliances, so we are trying to figure out what our best move will be and who we could afford to lose, and just kind of trying to straighten it all out. And Daniel says he's good with me and Jen, but I'm not sure how much I trust him. He kind of, I think, oversold it a little bit as to how trustworthy he says he is. He was saying stuff like, I'm a trustworthy person and I have no intention of taking you out and I would love to go to the end with you, and we're playing similar games and we think alike and I want to go really far. I'm thinking, yes, this sounds really good, like you could be faking, but it's good that you're saying these things, I suppose, and now I have something to hold you to. And I was agreeing with him, and then he said, I'm the kind of person that even if I got voted out right near the end but my allies still went on, I'd be happy. And that's where he lost me. There are people like that in this world, but there's not a lot of them, and I think there's more people that are willing to tell you that and don't actually believe it and would cut you at a moment's notice. So my trust for him was building and building and building, and then it just kind of cut. So, yeah, at this stage, I'm in a tricky spot, but it's not necessarily a bad spot, and it's better to be in as many of these alliances as I can than to be on the outside, obviously. And also in looking at everyone, I don't think there's anyone, myself and Jen are in all 4 of them. Daniel's in 3 of them, and then everyone else who isn't in like the 3 big alliances, or is in 2 of them or 1 of them, there's no 2 people who have the same combinations of alliances, which makes me think that although it's entirely possible that there is a 5th, 6th and 7th alliance on this tribe, why wouldn't they be in the alliances together? So I could be in a very, very good spot. I could be in an absolutely awful spot. I'm not willing to say to myself, I'm sweet for this first tribal council or anything like that, but I have to put trust in some people, and over the next few days I think I'll be able to figure out, at least short term, who that should be. I hope. It'll take another couple of spreadsheets, I'm sure.